Hello, beautiful people. Hi and good day. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, it's good to see you again. My name is Naomi Shodeke, and I will be talking about one of my most favorite topic today, solo traveling. I know that it sounds scary, I know that it sounds intimidating, but trust me, it is literally one of the most amazing things to ever happen to me. Earlier this year, I packed my bags and I set off to four countries solo. I went to Cote d'Ivoire, I went to Ghana, Benin Republic, and Togo. To be honest, I was really nervous at first because that was the first time I would actually make it out of my country just by myself. And honestly, it turned out to be the most amazing and the best experience of my life. And I'm here to share the benefit of solo travel for everybody, for you to at least try at least once in your lifetime. So the first thing or the first benefit of why I think you should go on solo trip at least once in your life is the independence and the freedom. Let's start with the biggest perk of solo travel. The first benefit of why I think, or the first reason of why I think you should at least solo travel for the first time in your life is the independence and the freedom that comes with it. When you solo travel, you make all the decisions. You want to change your plan last minute? Go for it. There's no one to argue, there's nobody for you to check in with. You want to spend the whole day eating street food? Go for it. You want to spend the whole day just sleeping and lounging? Go for it. No schedule, no compromise, just pure freedom. The next huge benefit is the confidence boost that comes with it. To be honest, for me, I was actually very scared leaving my country at first because coincidentally, my first solo trip wasn't supposed to be a solo trip. I was supposed to travel with my then ex. Um and he ended up ditching me last minute. And after we already contributed, we planned to travel together, and you know he bawled out on me and I was scared. I didn't know what to do. But at the end of the day, it gave me this confidence boost that I didn't know that I needed. I mean, traveling through four countries all by myself, like, girl, you know? And I felt myself becoming this brave, this brave person because I had different things happen to me on the trip, which mostly they were really good stuff, to be honest. And another point is that making new connections is actually very easy as a solo traveler. I mean, I'm a lady and I'm going to a bar. It's easier for people to walk up to me. It's easier for me to join a new group of people and say, "Oh, hey," it's easier for me to go with the flow. It's easier for me to do all of these things. And I actually found that people were very welcoming, especially in the first country, which is why I'm using the flag today. People were actually very welcoming, and it was so easy to make connection, and it was so easy for people. I don't know, I wouldn't say that it was just primarily because I was just by myself, but it was actually very easier to make friends with people while I did my solo trip. Because I mean, I've been on trips whereby I was with a group of people, and then somebody that wanted to talk to me couldn't really come close to me because they were already like a group of other people, and they actually felt like a little intimidated by that. But while I was in a solo trip, it was actually very easier for me to do these things. So another thing was the self-discovery and the growth. Oh my god. And the self-discovery and the growth was a lot for me because I would not say it was delusion, but leaving my country for the first time, I was thinking, oh, it wouldn't be that bad for other countries not to even speak English language. I mean, if you're even speaking other languages, you should at least speak English. But it dawned on me when I landed in the first country, which it was mostly people were speaking French. And this self-discovery, I'm just there thinking like, this world is so big. It is so big for me to actually stay in one place. And it made me to even come back home and work even harder because I know now that I need to save for this trip. I need to go on this next trip. I need to plan for this next trip. This self realization that it gave me, that self discovery, and it made me want to come back and actually like work harder. It's not like I already don't work harder before, but it's like now I need to also times two of what I already done before. Another thing was it is just pure fun. And the last point I would say is that it is pure fun, to be honest. It was really easy for me to, do a lot of things and explore a lot of things by myself. And I will meet people there exploring the same things. But it was just pure fun. If I wanted to sleep in, like I said before, if I wanted to sleep in, I could. If I wanted to just go out with no plans, but I knew that it was going to take me to wherever it took me that day, it was more fun for me because I had realized that I actually enjoyed more slow traveling, and I enjoyed the trips of where the trip kind of took me. I wasn't more of a plan. Oh, there's this long itinerary. Of course, I have ideas of places that I want to go to, but I did realize that being so planned on a trip just made me constantly stressed out. And I mean, I have said all of this fun parts and why you should actually go on a solo trip, but it would be very inconsiderate of me not to mention like things that you should really consider when going on a solo trip, especially for safety measure. As a woman, it myself, it was very easy for me to get help, in as much as I don't want to admit to this, but because I'm a woman, I get a lot of help from men especially. And while most of it was genuine help, it is so hard to tell people that are not necessarily being genuinely trying to help you. So you should be able to, go with your God sometimes. You should be able to, when something feels off, you should remove yourself from it. Because I actually had a very wild experience happen to me while crossing the border of, I think it was Togo, from Ghana to Togo. I had somebody actually stalked me, and one thing that I had done, because the person started off as trying to help me, right? And then they started stalking me because they had my phone number and things like that. And one thing that I would not do, or I didn't do, was to not post my live location as I was there. I had to wait for me to like leave this area before I then posted it. So if you're going on a solo trip, it is very important to always stay safe, trust your guts, trust your intuition. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. And at the end of the day, I mean, it is mostly fun. Don't let people talk you into not doing what you actually want to do. Because for me, aside that one experience, I did not have any other bad experience traveling on a solo trip. So, if you did watch this video to the end, I really appreciate you. You're the MVP. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and also turn on the bell notification so you can see more video like this. And if you actually watch this video to the end, drop an airplane emoji. Yes, yes, yes. Drop an airplane emoji, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.